This week on Cars and Things Restos, we bring Mako back to the workshop and start putting it back together. Good morning guys, we're here at the Holden Bottom Wharf. Back to Cars and Things Restos. We're back working on Mako today. Handy's still doing me door trims. I'll bring you part 2 maybe next week. We'll see how we go. He's got some good footage for us to show you what he's doing. We'll see how they come up. But we've got it back down to the workshop and we're getting stuck into hiding some wiring and getting all the wiring sorted out. Get some door rubbers on it and see if we get some windows in it. We'll see how we go. Right. There she is, ready to go back to the workshop so we can start putting it back together. Righto, she's home. Ready to go straight up in on that hoist. Get her off there. Let's start piecing it together. Rightio guys. This morning what I've done is I've drilled a hole with a 30mm hole saw into the underneath of the cowl to bring my wiper wiring through. So because I didn't want it coming through because I've got no hole there anymore. So 30mm hole there, hole saw. I'm going to spray that with some spray grease to stop any rusting on that bare metal there, and put it all on the rubber here so that won't rust. So what I've done is I depinned the connector, just pulled them out, there they are there, just going to pull them back through the wiring harness, through the firewall grommet, and then spliced them up through there. So, and I'll also bring my washer bottle hose. I'll come in, I'm thinking about putting my washer bottle down here somewhere, maybe, and then just running because I want to run the wires under here. We'll see how we go with that. So that's all I did, 30mm hole just there, in between the throttle cable and the wiring harness outlet. Anyway, that should work. Let's see, I'll get it all put back together and see what happens. I forgot to say guys, when you depin these, make sure you take a photo of where the wires go when it goes back in with you, otherwise you'll never get it right. Rightio, pulled all my wires back through me firewall grommet. I've only got the brake booster wire coming out of there and my light harness wire, which is going down through there and coming out under here. Oh sorry, and me washer bottle wires as well. Geez, I will have to bring a washer bottle hose, but I might drill a hole through here somewhere and then come straight up there to the washers. Yeah, that'll be all right. Okay, so done that. Now I've got me engine grommet, the other firewall grommet there. I've got to put my engine wire through, but I'll put my light harness through for the minute. That's coming through to there. So I've cut it off because I've got to extend it. It's got to make it longer. So I'm going to make a patch harness and put through there. I'm just going to go up to my old VK wagon Commodore that's just up the back. I'm going to cut the lighting horn harness out of both sides, and I'm going to adapt it into there. Then I'll run some this shit, whatever you want to call it, this stuff over the harness, and I'm going to put some P-clip it all up under here, all the way along here, and when I get my lights, I'm going to come in, work out my lights come in, and then I'm just going to come up at the back of the light and then plug it into the light. Reason being, I'm going to get some catch cans made up. I'm going to go and see Kev at Duck Makers, getting to make some catch cans up. One there, and that one will be for the radiator catch can. This will be the breather catch can, oil catch can, and I'm going to have it there with the drain going through the bottom, so when I can just stick my hand under there, open the tap up and drain it if I ever need to. Beautiful. I'll keep smashing it out. Just got my door rubbers and all that in there. Pull that tape off, can't I? It doesn't need to be in there anymore. Got my check links in. There's one in there. So I got them happening. They're good. Getting all this wiring done. We've got the other side wired up, and this is our right-hand headlight wiring, all tucked up under here nice and neatly. That's for my washer bottle. We're going to stick a washer bottle under here somewhere. Don't know, I'll wait till I get it. Whether it'll probably be down here further, I think, so you can actually fill it. I only need it for roadworthy. Not really going to be washing my windscreen, but yeah, might sit down here. Might get one of the Z ones. Anyway, we'll keep knocking her out and see what we can get done today. So I'm going to give her a bit of a paint job, just give her a clean up. But what I do have to do is I'm going to slice these brackets off for the shockers. I just started cutting into the weld there, and I want to bring them across to this side 20 mil. Because I've tubbed it, or mini tubbed it, I've moved the shocker tower over by, if we have a look in there, the shock tower's still in, and we moved it over by, I think it was 20 mil we added into here. So I'm going to do the same with the shock mount on the diff. We're going to move this over to here, and move this over to here so we get the shock can go straight up and down. Then we're going to give it a paint job. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. Put it in the car. So we mount it all up. And then I've got to work out how much I need to shorten it. I think it's going to be about 3 inches, 75 mil on each side. I'm not sure. So we can cut it, re-weld the flanges back in it, and then get some billet axles. But that's going to be later on down the track. So I just want to get it all in the car, get it all mobile first, running, and then work out what I've got to do in shortening it. We'll see how we go. Bracket's been cut off, and what I did is I worked out, measured up all these original holes, because the bracket's on a little bit of an angle. So I measured up all these holes, took some measurements off it, put the marks in the holes so I could line them up, and worked out how far it had to sit off the side, the same as the original. There's the original one on the bottom, and you can see instead of being on the outside now, it's on the inside, and we've moved it. Where's my tape? We have moved it a total of 20 mil to there, 20 mil to there. So that will be sweet. So here we go. Rightio, got him all welded on there. Ain't going anywhere. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to give him a bit of a clean up and we'll get it painted. Just mucking around with the rear Brimbos. Got the disc mounted. I got all the bracket and all mounted. I did have to cut 9 mil off of this bracket here to get this into the centre. So that looks alright. So there the brakes are. Only fit 18-inch wheels on it. That's the smallest wheel I can go on it. Not going to matter, we've got the 20s to go on it. Anyway, they're done. They can be painted. All good. Keep knocking around. We've got to make up some handbrakes for these. As you can see, the difference in gap width there. So what we do is we get the standard handbrake system. That's the standard handbrake system there. Here's another shoe there. And what we've got to do is we get these. These are a handbrake pad or shoes out of a VT upwards, up to VY, or BA to FG Falcon. They're all the same. So we get them, and what we're going to do is we're going to take all that material off of there, and we're going to cut this through here, or through here, and we'll weld this shoe onto this bracketry here, and then that'll fit back in there, and it'll enlarge our handbrake, and then we have a handbrake. So I'll get stuck into that. There we go. So we just weld them on like that. So we ground all the padding or the lining off the other ones. I suggest when you do that you wear a mask and eye protection, because it's pretty rank and it goes everywhere. So then you just weld these on there like that, and that's it. Then we put them into the car, into the diff, but you've got to grind them back flat, because that surface has got to run up against the diff face, or the flange face. It runs up against there, so you got to just grind them back flat. All right, I'll put them on and show you. Rightio, there they are. That's in, and it's the right way up. Yep. So they just go in exactly how they normally would go in, but we've got the shoes coming right out there. It all looks pretty sweet. Then we'll put the rotor on it. Here it is here. There we go. And it all fits in there nice, and our handbrake works. Beautiful. There we are. What do you reckon, guys? Big ass brakes, big ass lip, big ass wheel. Pretty happy with that. And a handbrake to boot. Works like a dream. Beautiful. Rightio, just pulled all the pinion out of this diff, because I've got a bearing kit, put new bearings in it, seals in it, everything, because I want 100% right. I don't know how long it's been together, but it all looks pretty neat and tidy, but that's not going back in it. We're putting the true track back in it. So I've just put all the bearing cones in, new bearing on there. I'm going to slip it together, and I've shimmed it with the original shrims in it, because all we're doing is replacing the bearings. It should come back up correct. We'll see what it looks like. I'll put a bit of bearing blue on the gears and see what it looks like. Alright, just gave the rear Brembo calipers a bit of a paint job. So now I'm going to put the Brembo stickers on them and give them a clear coat, let them dry off, and they'll be right to go into the diff. Alright, keep knocking around. Rightio. So, calipers painted, got them back on. I've just got to paint me rotors down there. So I've put the centre, I put the original centre back in it with the original bearings. I didn't put the true track back in it, because the true track's 31 spline, these are 28 spline axles, and I want to put it all back together to put it in the car so I can get it roadworthy. I don't want to roadworthy it with a shortened diff in it. So so I've just done that for the time being. I'll show you how I do the tooth marking on the crown wheel. I'll do it all when I put the true track in it. I done it all, come up really sweet with this one, which I expected it should have. But we're putting a different centre in it with a true track, so I want to redo it all again then anyway. So I'll do all that at a later date. But at this stage, I just need to get it all together, put it in the car, so I can get the car roadworthied. And I didn't want to do it with a shortened diff in it, because they might get all upset. So we'll do it by the book, do the right thing first, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, so that's the diff side of it done. Well, it's time to start piecing this motor together. There's our little LS there. We're going to get her up, put her on the engine stand, start stripping all the crap all off it, pull the wiring harness off it, aircon, water pump, everything off it, and then we've got to start prepping it to have the blower. We want to put a cam in it. I've got to get Nick's coming out to do the cam and valve springs and everything. So let's get it on the engine stand and start prepping her up. Here we are. She's all stripped down. Got the front cover off it. So Nick can come out and help me do this cam. I think we've got to pull all the oil pump off because putting double row timing chain in it. And new cam and valve springs. So that will be next. That's all we can do for the minute. Wait for Nick to get here and we'll go from there. Well, today guys, I'm modifying my VK brake booster mount to suit a VT to VZ booster. So first of all, I found the centre line of the bracket, measure 20mm out and then cut down 20mm. Actually, I'll show you what I've done it on the other side already, like that. And then we bend them on a right angle. I'll show you how far to bend them. And then we make up a plate to go onto the back of it, weld it on, and it'll fit the VT to VY booster. Alright, I'll show you as I go. There we go, done. That's all we've got to do. Now we're going to go and make up a plate. I'll just sit it up here. Going to make up a plate now, a square plate. I'll go around here like this and we'll weld it to it and drill the new holes in it. I'll get that done and I'll show you. Right, there we are. There's our plate I've made up. Drilled a 65mm hole in the centre of it with a hole saw and 8mm holes on the outside. I'll put up a, there's a picture on the internet of the sizing that you need. I'll put that up, picture that up. So now we've got to set this in the centre of there, like so, and weld that onto the plate, and then we re-drill these holes through the bracket on the other side. Alrighty, so I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like once it's all welded on. Once you've done that, then you can trim the plate up around the edges to make it look a little bit neater. Anyway, we'll see what it looks like when I'm finished. Rightio. Give this a paint last night. Booster's all done. There's our bracket. Actually I don't think I showed you the finished product once it was all welded up. All done. We can take it back down and put her on the car. Just got the front caster rods, lower steering, knuckle and rack, and sway bar. All painted up in 2K, flat black or satin black. Righto, let's get them back to the maker. Well, there we go. Battery clamp mounted. I've just put it in there to see what it looks like. That's going to all have carpet. I'm going to put carpet all over it and box it all in on the sides. So anyway, I got the plate in. It's all in there pretty solidly. It ain't moving anywhere. And then we've got the bracket there, but I'll put all carpet on it and then that bracket will go down over top of it. But it's starting to look good. Rightio guys, there we go. Didn't get the windows in it. They're in the box. I've still got to put them in. Got a little bit done this week. It is actually a filler video this week. I was hoping to bring you the second episode of the door trims, which is nearly finished. So fingers crossed I can get that to you next week, and we'll see how we go. Right, thanks for coming along and watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the comments, all the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please jump on and subscribe, hit the bell and share it with your friends, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Alright, just out the back of Hatter. Got the Barbie, 2 drinks, boys, motoring around. Just got Trav, myself and Shawnee out here having a snag.
Sausages, snags, all bags.
Just missing the beer. Alrighty, we're going to enjoy the action. Alright, we just picked up a gem. A few parts. Don't know what we're going to do with it, but we might as well have it. Yep.